Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.
Two New Orleans inmates are still on the run, one from the brazen jailbreak 2 months ago and one who was released by mistake this past Friday. Tonight, we know more about how that mistake unfolded, and we've learned the sheriff's office notified the NOPD around 3 Friday afternoon. Our sources tell us the inmate, Khalil Bryan, had been out for around 14 hours by then. Rachel Hanley walks us through the latest.
We were the first to let you know when NOPD Superintendent Ann Kirkpatrick announced the sheriff's office had let Khalil Bryan out by mistake.
He has a criminal history that does include not only property crimes, but he does have a violent criminal history as well.
Turns out she had only found out about 15 minutes prior. Monday evening, the NOPD confirmed that Kirkpatrick was notified of the release at 3 o'clock Friday afternoon. Sources tell us Bryan was let out before 1:30 that morning, almost 14 hours prior. The sheriff says that staff confused him with another inmate who had a similar name.
The mistaken release of Khalil Bryan was a serious error, and as sheriff, I take full responsibility.
Well, continuing to follow that breaking news of the Orleans Parish Sheriff's response to a mistaken inmate release. Khalil Bryan has still not been caught after being let out. That is nearly a week ago. But today, the sheriff announced a slew of disciplinary actions and revealed a timeline of events after jail staff found out about the mistake.
All right, OG. Man, listen, guys, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Guys, I'm just going through this thing, man. Khalil Bryant or whatnot. OG, you there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
This is about the New Orleans guy who basically was let out of jail, but they still hadn't caught him. It's been it's been over a week now. I think it's close to 2 weeks. Just explain to me about what you think about all of the time delays. I didn't know this man is really breaking it down. They put this out like a day or so ago.
Well, I mean, they get so petty with time, and when he was the count, and he was let out mistakenly.
He said he was released at 1:17 a.m., discovered at 11:10 a.m. that he wasn't there, and then so that how does that work? I mean, from 1:17 a.m. to okay.
Once they release him, and the next count, once they did the next count, they found out that it wasn't the right man that got. Not that I'm defending the police, it was an error on their part. And the only thing that I'm saying is that in the witch hunt, that like they're getting him for disciplinary, you let him out. And from what I understand on his case, he don't have a victim. So what you mean the victim was notified? You trying to put a 10 on a 2. He had, I think, a drug possession or something like that.
I think it was a paraphernalia charge too.
Yeah, drug possession, paraphernalia, and so the victim wasn't no victim. He's the victim, and we never said did he end up releasing the real person that was supposed to be released.
They never said, but I'm pretty sure they had to let him go if it was time for him to get out. So this is an odd case.
You know y'all do in Texas. If you get released on my name and I go home, you got to do my time.
Oh my God, no, they don't. That's not true. That's not true, OG.
Man, you know how y'all.
That's not true. I mean, I'm gonna be quite frank with you. A lot of those absurd things that you see happening with the jail releases and stuff mostly happen up in California. That's one of the main places where they do a lot of stuff that they come up with a 3 strikes law and all this old mess. They got a lot of games they play up there.
Yes, sir. They can lock you up, but they don't let nobody release. Y'all release folks for no good reason.
No, y'all ain't released a damn thing. That just Louisiana had Louisiana Susan Hutton's having a hell of a time.
You're separating Texas from Louisiana. That's the song.
I'm not separating Texas from Louisiana, but I'm telling you, she's having difficulties at this jail. And we all know that she's going through it. Now, what you end up seeing, released at 1:17 a.m., discovered at 11 a.m. First word to the public was at 3:45 p.m. Man, that's a long stretch of time right there. And I'm going to be quite frank with you, man, she's picked a horrible time to do this when she's going up for re-election, and Kirkpatrick and her, they made that little lame speech and act like they was really trying to, say it was her fault, because that's the only reason they walked out there and did the little podium thing. It's not my fault, it's Susan's fault, and I'm not taking the blame for this. And Susan say, I take full responsibility. And that's the way this whole thing unfolded. And now we got this boy still out, and I don't have a problem with him being out, but it's a thing where it's looking real bad for Susan, and she's trying to get herself back reelected in the office, and it's just a bad timing altogether.
She'll never be reelected. She's already been convicted of a crime and just got to stay on the crime for disobeying a direct order from a judge, sir. So she has a blemish on her record. She will never be reelected again. She'll get a good job in loss prevention at Walmart, but she's toast right now. All you gotta do is put jelly on her.
Oh, well, hold on. Let me play this.
Until 3:45. That's another 3 hours gone. Sheriff Hudson says the delay notifying the public was strategic because they wanted to work quietly to reapprehend him. She also said they did not consider Bryan a violent offender, even though he'd bonded out on violent charges. 2 deputies were fired and 5 more were suspended because of the error. And as we reported, the jail has a system to verify inmates' identities, including their height and weight, before they're released. And Khalil Bryan is much, much taller and larger than the man who should have been released.
Oh, well, tell me about the system that they have to identify these people, because I don't feel like this happens often.
Right. Well, it shouldn't, because they actually have armbands that have barcodes on them that they can run through the system, and it brings up their vital statistics, and it should show, hey, this is supposed to be a 5 foot something, 130-pound man, not a 6'4", however large man. That a very big difference.
Yeah, it's a serious difference there, David. Thank you so much.
So there you have it, man. This is a situation, OG. When you look at this whole thing, this guy had a band on his arm over at Orleans Parish Sheriff's, over there at that office. They had everything they needed, and the guy was actually a lot larger than the guy that was supposed to be released. He had a band to identify with. They didn't identify the guy, and so what we have here is Susan Hutton had to end up letting 2 of the people go, and also suspending 5 because of this. Do you think that's a little bit harsh, or what?
It's not harsh enough. You have this animated world that we have today, all this audio on the computer. It shows exactly weight, height, date of birth. And if you're looking at a man that's 6'4", and you're supposed to be released at 5'8", a man that weighs 260 pounds, and it says you weigh 130, how in the hell would you let him go? Everybody. But
how would all 5 of them be at fault? That's the problem I got with it. Why is 5 people at fault?
Because that's their shift.
Well, not 5, 7 people.
But that's their shift.
And they already let a lot of people go before when the jail when all them guys broke out of jail. This is a turnover rate that's crazy over there at the jail right now.
It's been crazy. I researched since 2008. They've been having problems. They had one inmate that was every weekend he would go to New Orleans and take pictures at the Mardi Gras, come back in and bring alcohol in the jail. One of the pictures show him in the cell with a gun.
What?
In that jail. That's before Susan Hutton ever came there. So the jail has been overrun with nefarious activities. So it's not just her fault, but she's the fall, as we say lightly, guy right now, the fall person, and she got to suck it up. She'll be all right at Walmart.
Oh, man, OG, she not going to Walmart. I told you that already. That Walmart statement you keep doing with her, that woman will never be at Walmart loss prevention. That woman is going to be just fine. She got a lot of connects. But let me ask you this, man. 2 deputies terminated, 5 deputies suspended, mandatory supervisor review, new training procedures, and full personnel audit. Is this something that's going to help Susan Hudson's situation down there with her doing all these things, pulling all these moves down?
It's not. She's not doing this. This is administration doing this. This makes it look worse for her. That administration have to step in and make these administrative decisions. She's not single-handedly firing these people. She's on paid suspension right now. She's not working in the jail.
Bull crap, OG. She's doing speeches with Susan Hudson every time something go wrong. I mean, with Ann Kirkpatrick, every time something go wrong. She pulls up and do a damn a video.
Bro, you haven't seen her with olive oil since they
released.
Since they indicted her on the charges of defying a court order.
No, when this boy got released, that was after that.
Show it.
When this boy got released, that was after that. When the boy got released, that was 2 weeks ago. That ain't even. We was in Jamaica when this first happened.
She just got suspended. She just got a court order, and she just appealed the conviction of defying a court order last week, sir.
But this here, the boy got out last week, sir.
No, the boy got out before we went to Jamaica, bro.
That boy ain't got out before we went to Jamaica, did he?
You want to bet?
No, I ain't betting you because I know already. All you do is sit up and read newspaper all day. That's what you do.
Oh, that's all I do. I'll be on Rosecrans. That's what
read newspapers. Read newspaper.
I would read a newspaper. I didn't read a newspaper when they had newspapers. They don't even sell newspapers no more.
Okay, well, if say hypothetically, if he did get out before then, he would have been out 2 weeks then. So this boy been out 2 weeks. This boy been home for 2 weeks.
We were back from Jamaica when he escaped. He escaped July the 25th on my mother's birthday.
Oh.
Yeah. He was released July the 25th.
See that's what I'm saying. So if he released July the 25th, Susan Kirkpatrick. Hold on. Susan done that report with Kirkpatrick right when this happened. She came out and took full responsibility. But we talked about her being put in court in Jamaica. I remember we talked about that judge and everything. She was already in contempt, being held in contempt and everything else, and she came out afterwards.
No, sir. She was ordered to bring people in the weekend. We discussed that in Jamaica. She was ordered.
That judge was on her butt in Jamaica.
No, they defied the court order, and she said that she's not defying the court order because she was short of staff, and that they had 2 courtrooms at the jail, and that the judge could come to the jail and do their arraignments there. Then the boy got released. We came back. That's July the 25th, and August the 1st, the judge convicted her of failing to follow a court order, and just the 8th, she just appealed it to the Supreme Court, and they got a stay on her conviction right now, sir. That's the time.
All right, thank you. I just want to make you work a little bit because you ain't worked all day. We ain't did this all day. I want to see if you had your shit together.
Making my blood pressure go up, bro. I had an old woman just like that.
So basically, you just broke it down, and the people now y'all get a real true timeline of what's going on with Miss Susan. But this Khalil Bryan, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. And I gotta be frank and be honest. You cannot blame him for being released. But OG, should he turn himself in so this don't be bad?
Hell no. Catch him come before the hanging.
He didn't do nothing.
He didn't, and why would I turn myself in?
He only gonna be charged for the thing. Don't you think he don't want to be walking around here with that on his back? Why would he want to walk around here with that on his back? Is he facing prison? No, I don't know what he's facing.
He ain't facing nothing. He's facing to the east, getting up out of there. Stay gone. Run, Forrest, run.
Well, it's just gonna make it where you prolong a situation on your back.
You can't prolong it. The longer he stay gone, the less it'll cost him. Right now, it's the limelight. He better stay away. And he's good enough right now because they didn't went to all the addresses that he's been known to be around. So him and Jerry Grove, they done hooked up. They laid back in the woods.
So when you think about Khalil Bryan, man, he should not be hanging out with nobody that's in the conditions of Groves. He's basically somewhere right now at one of his relatives' house, hanging out, playing the game, playing the video game. He not too far away. We've learned that these guys don't move far. He's somewhere in the vicinity, right under their nose, and they'll sit there and play with this for the longest.
Khalil's in Mississippi right now.
Man, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Them boys don't move like that. Them boys there, they slow to go. I just think that Khalil Bryan. I think what she done. I think what they done when they let these people go, mandatory supervision reviews and all that stuff, it's a little harsh, man. I think they got bigger fish to fry with the upper management. Trying to coach down is not the way. We need to be coaching up on this. We need to be trying to figure out why. Why in the hell is all these problems happening? Not just Susan, but all of them people, including Kirkpatrick. They need to run through all of them and figure out what the hell's going on over there.
Everybody, I just looked at the dark web. Everybody that was fired and suspended was black.
Oh no, gee, now see this dark web. You say they all was black of color?
Oh, last to get hired, first to get fired. All of them.
Oh man, OG, no, man, they ain't putting no whammy on them like that.
4 women and 3 men.
Damn, man. Listen, guys, man, if you still listen, man, make sure you download BossTalk101.app. Go to your Apple Store, go to your Google Play Store. Man, you got to rock out with us, man. Me and OG this Tuesday night, 8 o'clock sharp, Central Time, 6 o'clock your time, OG. We gonna go live. We going all the way live. We about to cut up. We gonna have somebody on with us. I'm gonna try to figure out who that's gonna be, but it's going down, man. I just want to tell y'all, man, be prepared to watch.
Be sure that brother, we having James Brown.
James Brown coming?
Mr. James Brown.
Himself. Get the hell on, man. I told you something big was going to be happening. Now, I did tell y'all that. So look out. The man say he bringing James Brown.
I talked to James the other day. He said he going to be on the line.
He said he going to be on the line. Man, that's crazy, man. Shout out to James Brown coming on. We going to have somebody on there. Y'all be prepared, boy. It's going down, man. And guys, if you still, guys, if you're still watching, guys, right here somewhere, you should see, man, MC Light took a crazy fall, man. Could have took her out, man. Hit the floor, rolled, got up, still performed. But y'all got to check out what really went down with that. What caused her to lose her balance? It's right here, man. Right here, man. Just check it out right now. Boss Talk 101 review.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.